Well, no wonder your close rate on your referrals is low. Like, your close rate on your referrals should be the highest close rate of any lead source that you have, yet you put the least amount of attention and focus on what you do with those referrals when they come in. Welcome to the Whissel Way Podcast. My name is Kyle Whissel, your host with eXp Realty here in San Diego, California.
And my name is Bryan Koci, Media and Marketing Director for Whissel Realty Group.
And the goal of our show here on the Whissel Way is to give you the tools and techniques that you need to go out there and crush it in your business, whether that be real estate, mortgage, or really any business out there. The way that we like to do this is to, instead of guessing what you want to hear about, we just answer the questions that you have because we know you want to hear those answers. The way to ask your questions and hear them answered here on the show is to go to thewhisselway.com and join our Facebook group, and that's where you will ask those questions. You can also, while there, subscribe to the podcast, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and find out about upcoming events that we have going on, like our 2-day Media Mayor Mastermind event, which is a 2-day deep dive into everything that Bryan and I have learned shooting videos over the last 5 years together. That's what we do.
Yes, that's what we do.
That's what we do. So, Bryan, with that said, what is our question today?
So today we are kind of diving into something that we hear quite a bit about is one of the questions we ask before people join our group is, what do you want to learn from this group? We get a lot of people say they want to learn how to build a referral network or get more inbound referrals. That kind of goes hand in hand. I was talking with my coach, and we were looking, when we first started, we kind of did a deep dive into where we got the most deals, where the biggest room for improvements were. And I think part of that has to do with tracking, which we're always constantly building up. But one of the things we noticed is we get a lot of inbound referrals, and either how we were tracking it or whatever it was, the numbers, there was a discrepancy there that I thought was going to be a good way to get a lot more deals by closing more of those inbound referrals that we got.
You saw room for improvement.
Yes.
Yeah, it's cool. That's my job. I translate Koci's.
Yeah.
He has his own language.
Yeah.
And that's what I do. I translate for you.
Okay. Yeah. That's what he does. There it is. All right. Go ahead and translate the rest of it.
I'm going to have to after we dive into all of this.
I know. It's going to get real nerdy here.
All right. So we saw that there was room for improvement.
Yep.
And you have taken this upon yourself to make said improvement.
Yes.
So let's talk a little bit about what you've done so far.
So
let's start with the basics, and then we'll start adding layers on.
Yeah. So what I was kind of looking at different places where there could be holes, right? Either, and the big areas that I kind of saw were people may not know the best way to get in touch with someone from our team here in San Diego. So they may go to our website and they may register that way. We've had agents do that in the past and things get a little bit confusing. Sometimes they'll text an office number or call Kyle directly. You may be at an event. And so there's a lot of different areas for where they can connect with us. So I wanted to bring that into one section. So I created a page, referral.kylewhissel.com, to where they can go into one area and get all that done. Another couple areas I saw were, one, there's a lot of kind of open-endness with referrals. People don't know, hey, if I refer you, am I going to get 10%, 30%, 100%, like whatever the percentage is. They don't know that. They don't know all the information to get to fill out the referral agreement, because if they're referring it to you, do they use Whissel or eXp as the broker? It gets kind of confusing. So I wanted to simplify that as well. So all of that is still on referral.kylewhissel.com. And then I wanted to make sure I had the agent's information, so that way you can reach out to them, and the client's information, that we then are going to get more complicated in where that goes. So all of that is all on a one-page document, all really easy to see. And then I wanted to make sure the other biggest hole was, once we get that information, we need to make sure it doesn't fall through the cracks. So make sure that it gets in the system every time, guaranteed, without fail, no matter the day, the time, the place, it gets in and the process gets started.
I like that.
That was pretty good, wasn't it? I'm pretty proud of that. There was no translation needed.
That was good, Bryan.
Yes.
So just put it all in one place.
Yeah, I did that.
Yeah. Okay. No, it is really confusing because I know I get referrals, a lot of them, and sometimes it's an Instagram DM, sometimes it's a post in a Facebook group, sometimes it's a text message, sometimes it's a LinkedIn message. Like it's a lot to handle, right? And I'm like, all right, wait, where was that one? Where did this conversation start? Like I'm trying to find the conversations and find the notes, and it could be a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Straight up. So I'm glad you're making this better for us.
Thanks.
So what's the next step?
So the next step is I use Zapier, which is...
If you call it Zapier, people, I wish your computer could just slap you. Because when you use this program, you're making zaps. Why people somehow call it Zapier? Yeah, I'm going to set up a zap in Zapier. No, it's fucking Zapier, okay? Sorry, passionate about that. You set up zaps in Zapier, not zaps in Zapier. It's Zapier.
So we use Zapier, which is a tool that connects different, I guess, not only websites, but programs, all sorts of different areas together. So if you have something in a Google form and you need to put it in Boomtown or anything like that, it can connect them together using APIs and geeky stuff. So I built out our referral.kylewhissel.com on a ClickFunnels page. I really like that because it's super clean. It's really easy. Once the agent fills out that information, automatically a few things happen. First thing happens is the client's information gets zapped into, actually, let's back it up a little bit. I'm going to follow my zap path. The first thing that happens is the agent's information gets zapped into my Boomtown account. Now, my Boomtown account is where I communicate one-to-one with other agents in actually all over the country to build up our referral network.
Yeah, no, pause. Don't forget where you're at.
Yep.
So did you guys hear that, right? Bryan just talked about putting agents into our CRM, which our CRM is Boomtown. If you're not putting people into a system, so Boomtown is what we're using, what system are you using? Do you have a system? Because if you don't have a system, right, like they say, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. If you're not having a system, that's failing to plan.
Yeah, and it's fine when you have 3 people that may want to buy or sell to have no system. If you're starting out and you're like, oh, I know I can help this one person, that's easy. The reason why I went from an Excel spreadsheet, which I was using for our Media Mayor Mastermind, and moved into our Boomtown is because I couldn't keep track of people anymore. So once that number hit like above 30 for me, I needed a system that I can have everything centralized. So the agent's information gets zapped into Boomtown for me. And at the same time, depending on if it's a buyer or seller, it gets zapped into Kyle's Boomtown and tagged appropriately. Now, one of the things we don't want to do is I don't want to start communication between Kyle and the buyer or seller before the agent can introduce the two of them. So when they hit submit on the form, I get the agent's information, Kyle gets the client's information. I send a text to the agent right away saying, hey, thanks so much for the referral. Can you connect Kyle and the client? At the same time, when they hit submit, it also goes to a landing page that says the same thing. They get an email sent to them that says the same thing. We are using BombBomb so we can have video email. That got real confusing really quick, didn't it?
Yeah, we will upload this flow chart that we built in Lucidchart.
I didn't build it in Lucidchart. So that you
can, you get to build this now.
Damn.
By the time we release this, Bryan will have a chart that shows you how this workflow goes.
Yep. So now the agent has seen it 3 different ways of the next steps. They get an email, they get a text message, and they get the thank you confirmation page. So that way, you as an agent know exactly what is expected of you to make sure that we can do our best job at closing this deal. Yeah. I think that's for the most part.
What he's saying is he has a system.
Yeah, okay, cool. So I get information in
all
one
in
spot.
one place, and then I have a system.
I saw room for improvement. The end. Cool. I guess that was that's all you need. Disregard the previous 9 minutes. Listen to that one section, and you're good to go. Cool. Done. Thank you so much for watching. We're not done yet. That's basically kind of the system I built out, and I've got in my they're called smart drips in Boomtown. I have a couple to-dos set up for me to make sure I follow up with Kyle and the agent to see how that is progressing along. For whatever reason, if the agent 2 days later didn't create that text message, I can call them or text them, hey, how's it going? What's going on? If Kyle's been communicating with them and they're not responding back, I can reach out to the agent and really kind of help facilitate that relationship. Again, just another couple layers of backstop to make sure we can do everything we can do to close that deal. So therefore, the agent that referred us gets paid timely. I was going to say on time. And right away, on time. Timely. That's one word. The end. Stop looking at me. Why don't you show him being a jerk?
I love that. So bottom line, guys, is you need to systematize everything that you do. Everything in your business should be systematized. So having a solid CRM, whether that be Boomtown, Trello, Monday, or any other KV Core, any system out there, you need to have a place that these things are going. Because what's funny is like some of us are so good with how we manage our leads. And a lead comes in, and it comes in, and then it goes through this funnel, and there's this drip set up, and this, and all these things happen. But then we get a referral, and we don't have shit. Well, no wonder your close rate on your referrals is low. Like, your close rate on your referral should be the highest close rate of any lead source that you have, yet you put the least amount of attention and focus on what you do with those referrals when they come in. So, 1, put them into a system. 2, have a follow-up plan in place and make it easy for the other agent. And 3, make sure to stay on it. And this is the part I think we still have to work on building is you got to make sure if somebody refers someone over to me, like I'm super grateful. I'm super thankful for that. I want to make sure that I'm updating them on a regular basis because they got money on the line too, right? Yep. If somebody's referring somebody to me in California, there's $2,500, $5,000, $10,000 on the line for them. Like they want to know what's going on. They want to know that the referral they gave you, which a lot of times is a friend or family member, that they're being taken care of. So you need to make sure you're updating them on a regular basis. What I like to do is typically when I first get the referral, give them an update within a day. Then I like to give them an update within a week. And then I like to update them every month thereafter, just to make sure they know that I'm on top of it, keeping them in the loop of what's going on. And then whenever we actually get into a contract, I make sure they know that we're in a contract, try to hit them on all the key milestones and stuff that happen throughout the process so they feel like they're a part of it, because their friend or family member might be talking to them and they're like, oh yeah, we're in escrow. And they should be like, yeah, I heard you're in escrow on this killer place. Mm-hmm. It's beautiful. Like, I'm so excited for you guys. Like, so that communication is the last part of that I think is really important.
I can make sure I update that drip on your side and put to-dos in there. And I'll put to-dos on my side to make sure you see those to-dos too.
Yes, sir.
Cool.
All right. Well, hopefully you guys got value out of that. Again, it's 3 things. Have a system, have a follow-up plan, communicate. Those 3 things are the most important when those referrals are coming in. So if you don't have that built, build it out. The next thing we want to do is we like to talk about what's known as our Whissel Widget of the week. And this is something that we're utilizing in our business to make more money, save time, or just have more fun. What do you got for us today, Bryan?
So I saw this ad on Instagram, which I think Instagram's great for buying stuff. Because every time I go on Instagram, I feel like every time I buy something new. So I saw this on Instagram, then I did some research, found a cheaper version, and bought that. But the cool thing about this is it'll allow people to see what you're doing from a kind of first-person point of view. So kind of if you think of the first-person shooter video games of the Call of Duty, where you can see the people's hands, it's the same kind of thing. So I thought this would be really cool to bring on for like a photo shoot or when we're doing behind the scenes of everything East County. I thought this would be really cool. And so I got it for like $15. It came directly from China, sterilized and everything. And what it is, Kyle's going to laugh. It's really nerdy. Hold on, let me. Oh no, I can't do it that way. Struggling right now.
We both have wearable widgets today.
So it's this little neck holder for your cell phone. So you put your cell phone right in here. Tom's just shaking his head. You put your cell phone here.
This is like an infomercial gone bad. Have you used this yet?
No.
This looks so stupid.
I haven't. I mean, I've tried it on, but I haven't done a photo shoot yet. So no, I haven't used it. But you put your phone here.
How much did you waste on this?
Like $11. There you go.
Don't submit that for reimbursement.
I don't. I didn't know we could do that. Oh, that's good. Anyways, you put your phone on here. You can do like a Facebook Live. I think it's pretty nifty. It gives it a really unique point of view.
What the fuck? This is for real?
Yeah, for real.
April Fool's was last month. Holy shit.
I like it. I'm going to do it.
Yeah, I can't wait to watch. All right.
Fine.
All right, my widget is something that is essentially required right now in many places across the country, including here in San Diego County. And they're requiring that you wear a face mask. And if you know how we roll, we don't like to do things like everybody else. So we got these custom branded gaiters, which are pretty cool because now when we're shooting our videos, when we're meeting with clients, and
going to the bank,
we're just going to the bank and to the restaurants and getting food and all that stuff, we get to rock our brand right across our face, literally. And these have been a hit. People have been loving these, asking, where did you get those? That's so cool. So these have been awesome, and so they obviously work to cover your face, but there's a lot of other things. Like I used to wear gaiters for fishing because when you go fishing, you're out on the ocean in the water, and the sun is reflecting off the water, and it sunburns your face. So I've actually worn gaiters for a long time, but now they have come in very, very handy during COVID. So branded gaiters is what we're rocking.
And so explain what a gaiter is for those listening.
So, I mean, it's essentially a tube of fabric, but you can wear it as a face mask. You could wear it as a headband. You could, keep yourself warm in the wintertime. I mean, there's a lot of different uses for this bad boy.
Help me settle this debate real quick. Did you ever cut the sleeves off of your T-shirt and wear them as like a gaiter, either a headband or over your face?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Why wouldn't you?
I mean, I did it.
Yeah.
My wife thought I was crazy.
Yeah.
I was like, of course I've done it.
Yeah.
Tom, have you done it? Okay. Well, Tom's not cool enough yet.
They're more commonly worn as like head socks, but
Yeah.
it's a freaking tube of fabric
Tube of
is
fabric.
what it is.
Yeah.
But it's a nice flexible tube of fabric, and now it's brand and it looks gangster.
I really wish I could say it looks stupid, but I designed it.
It's
So,
nowhere near as stupid as that thing you just hung around your.
dude, I think it's cool. I think it's cool. Let me know if you think it's cool. No one's gonna say it's cool. Damn it.
All right, guys. Hopefully you got value out of today. If nothing else, you got a good laugh. If you're watching, if you're just listening, make sure to check out our YouTube channel, which you can get to via thewhisselway.com, and you can check out this ridiculous contraption that Bryan bought off Instagram. You can
I actually
also
bought it off on Amazon.
Okay.
I didn't buy the $70 version one. I bought the $14 or $11 one.
You can also ask us questions via our Facebook group and find out about upcoming events like our Media Mayor Mastermind, which is a 2-day deep dive into everything Bryan and I have learned shooting videos for 5+ years together. So go to thewhisselway.com. Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of the Whissel Way Podcast. Wait. Before you leave, I want to share some more tips and tricks that we're using in our business to take it to that next level. Just click right here. And don't forget to subscribe. Click right here.